Okay, first three chords that we are going to learn in class. It's going to be D, A, and E. And I'm going to spend a lot of time just talking about hand placement again, so that we're making, as we're learning these songs, that you are getting good habits. The thing that we don't want to do when we're playing, we don't want the thumb to hang out on top here. And we don't want this part of our hand touching the guitar. We always want to make sure that there's a lot of space. And I'm going to show you the space here really quick. It seems really strange trying to... But you always want a lot of space. See all this space down here? I should be able to take a pencil, for instance, and put it right in here all the time. My thumb is going to hang out here at the, like, straight up and down towards the middle of the neck. I'm gonna, you need to hide it from me. So if I can see it, that means it's too high. So you want it straight up and down, just like that, towards the back, okay? So, and then when your fingers touch the guitar neck, you got a lot of space in there. That's something that every time that you make a chord, you need to double check that. Don't get in the process of making bad habits. So here we're going to go back over here again. We're going to start with D. So the first thing that you're going to do with D is you're going to take your first finger and you're going to put it on the 1, 2, 3rd string, 1, 2, 2nd fret. So these things right here, and remember when we put our fingers on the frets, we don't physically put our finger on the metal. We're talking about, when I say first fret, I don't mean on the metal, I mean this space right in between here. Generally you want it about right there. And you need to make sure that you're using the right part of your finger. You want it to be, see, you can see the impression on my finger right there, that part of your finger right there. That's about where the string needs to be. You don't want it on this part. You know, that is the pad. And if you try to hold this down with the pad, it's not going to let the other strings ring. The idea is we want to be able to hold down just this string without touching any of the other ones. In order to do that, that's why the thumb has to come back here so that you can really arch up these fingers. We want to make sure that our fingers never do this. You always want it to do this, for now. There may be things later that but for now, that's the rule. Arch those fingers using the very, very tip, thumb back behind, straight up and down. None of this thumb here or what I call a hitchhiker thumb. That just puts your hand all out of place. So first finger here. At the same time, you're going to take your second finger and you're going to put it on the first string, same fret, okay? Then right in the middle, 1 fret up, you're going to use your 3rd finger on the second. So you got first finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 1st string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger, 2nd string, 3rd fret. Notice I'm using the very, very tips, and you can't see my thumb. If I could turn it around, you would see that my thumb is straight up and down with the flat part of the thumb touching, okay? That is your D chord. When we strum this D chord, we don't strum all the strings, we only strum the bottom 4. But I'm not even really worried about the strumming right now. I'm just worried about the finger placement and that we have this memorized. So after you do this, I want you to take your hands off and make it again, over and over, until you can make it with good technique, with your thumb in the right spot, using the right part of your fingers. When you can do it without having to look, not necessarily look at your hands, but without having to look at a chord diagram or watch me, okay? The next thing that we're going to do is do an A chord. Now, I'm going to show you how to get to an A chord from the D, because soon we will, after we get these chords memorized, we will be talking about playing a song. In order to play a song, you've got to be able to switch. So I like to teach these chords right from switching from one to the other. Now, this is what's fun about D and A. They share a common finger. First finger stays the same, okay? So, meaning this finger is in the right spot for D, and it also is in the right spot for A. So I'm going to show you how to do this. The first thing you're going to do when you go to an A is you're going to take your second finger and you're going to put it on the 4th string, same fret. So you may have to let your finger kind of come up a little bit to make room for it, okay? But you're not changing the fret, you've got a lot of room here to work with. So it's okay for you to kind of move your finger a little bit higher so that you can get this in. So you're going to put your second finger, same fret. Now, from the D, if you do this right there, now your 3rd finger is already on the right string. All you have to do is do this. And notice that I'm still using the tips of those fingers. You see that? That's where those strings should be, right there on the tip. It shouldn't be on this part, okay? So let me do that again. We've got a D here and here. There's your A. Let me do that again. When we go back to D, we're going to take our 3rd finger and we're going to slide it up and then let the 2nd finger go right in between them all the way to the 1st fret. So let me do this again. 2nd finger, right above the 1st, same fret, slide that finger down, okay? So 1st finger here, 2nd finger, 4th string, here, okay? That's what it should look like. Once again, practice going back in between these two. Here, slide. Going backwards, slide here, okay? This is what I'm interested in this lesson is for you to have good technique and memorize where these fingers go and be able to do this. I'm not even worried about the sound right now. Making sure that you're using the right part of your finger, that your thumb's in the right place. Okay? Slide through the middle, back up, slide. Okay, very good. Now finally, we have an E chord, and I'm going to show you the E chord. You're going to start with your 1st finger, you're going to put it on the 1st fret, 1, 2, 3rd string, making sure that we're using the tip of that finger. 2nd finger is going to come over to almost the top, but it's the 2nd to the biggest string, okay, the 5th string. So 1st finger, 3rd fret, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 5th string, and right behind it, we're going to have our 3rd finger. So I'm going to turn my guitar to where you can really see this good. 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. Take your hands off and make it again. 1st finger on the 3rd string, 1, 2, 3. Make sure that you just kind of memorize that these 2 fingers go right together. This one's over here. That's going to give us 3 chords. The next video I do is going to be after you've memorized these chords. See how my thumb's sticking up there? I caught myself doing that. So after we memorize these chords, then we're going to start talking about trying to put them together for a song. So the next series of videos will be put together showing you what to do after you memorize. So the first thing, learn these with the right technique from memory without having to look off of a paper or chord diagram. Then we'll practice switching them. Once we get to where we can switch them, then we can get a song.